Hi there everyone, it is currently the 20th of September 2011 and we continue to watch Typhoon today. A very strong typhoon has seen some rapidification over the past 24 hours. There is a very well defined eye on this system right now and it is packing winds upwards of 100 knots. Actually, that is via JTWC. JMA holds it a little bit weaker at 75, gusting up to 105 knots, but it is starting to make a forward progress up here towards the north, starting to get picked up by this trough just off of Honshu here, and that is starting to accelerate it, seeing forward motion actually right about 20 kilometers or 10 knots that is expected to continue to increase speed. Actually, this video coming out of Osaka, you're seeing a lot of rain showers up there, and that is expected to go across much Kyushu and down towards Shikoku as well. A lot of rain showers been seen in the last couple days across this region, and that is due to a lot of outflow on the northern periphery of this, but also a stationary boundary that's interacting with Typhoon Roke here, and that's bringing rain showers actually across much of Japan as well. So as you can see here indicated in the red, all the way down from eastern Honshu on the Pacific side of Japan here through Shikoku and Kyushu, you're seeing those areas all in red, over 100 millimeters in a lot of locations in the past 24 hours. Actually, Kagoshima seeing 144 millimeters in the past 24 hours, with Kochi 184. Actually, Kochi has been seeing over 150 millimeters the last few days, so I would not be surprised if the overall total in that village there adds up to more than about 500 millimeters of rainfall during this duration of this event, and it could be even higher though. But looking a little bit farther towards south at the eye of this system, as seen on radar here, a very well-defined eye wall. Therefore, this has upgraded actually to a Category 3 hurricane equivalent per JTWC with those 100-knot winds. It is slowly moving off towards the north, or actually gaining speed, off towards the north right now, as already indicated, as it starts to interact with that front up towards the north. But really, those winds near the center of circulation are offshore. It's this rainfall that is going to be the main problem out here. A lot of flooding potential across this region, not to mention we have been seeing heavy rain showers the last few days due to this system lingering towards the south. But Typhoon Talas that affected the region just over 2 weeks ago caused over 60 deaths out here. Basically, most of them occurred in the Kii Peninsula and over towards Shikoku here, where you saw a lot of those rain showers building up in the mountains across this region. Well, looks like that's happening again, sadly. Seeing a lot of these rain showers build up in the mountainous areas here. You have Osaka and Kyoto up here towards the north, right in this region where I just showed you those videos were from. And also you have these rain showers down towards the south. Including with these is a tornadic and thunderstorm threat. All these areas in blue is a level 1 probability of a possible tornado out here issued by JMA. It's just showing basically about 1 to 5% chance of a tornado, but still the chance is there. The one thing I do want to mention about this though is often when tornadoes form out of rain bands associated with tropical systems, they're very fast moving, relatively weak, but usually rain shrouded, so they could cause the potential for some damage, and they're very hard to see and spot on radar, and also it's hard to see and spot for any storm spotters out there that are trying to look out for those. But I do want to stress, even though we are seeing this rapid intensification with the storm, I do continue to expect it to start to decrease in intensity very rapidly as it approaches the mainland. It still could now make landfall actually as a typhoon right near the Kii Peninsula, so you're going to see some very high waves out here, a strong storm surge on the eastern periphery of this storm, especially since it's going to be moving very fast in this area right here. If it makes landfall right here in the Kii Peninsula up and down the east coast of Honshu here, you're going to see those high storm surge factors right across this region, because that is the right front quadrant. You're combining the forward motion of the storm and also those forward movement of the winds into that region. But also in the inland sea, if it does move across this region here from the north towards the south, those winds are going to be coming. So along the northern portion of Shikoku here, you're also seeing a potential for a storm surge there and some very high waves. So a very dangerous storm at this time now, since we have seen this intensification, but also that rainfall associated with the stationary boundary here is also going to cause problems up and down Japan. But here is the current outlook from JMA, showing winds of 75 up to 105 right now, that pressure at 960 HPA, so it's still a deepening low out here. Actually yesterday it was 975 HPA, so it just shows the difference difference in intensity on this, but it is expected to continue to track off towards the northeast, making that landfall right in this region here. And that match is up with much of the model output showing that increase in speed off towards the northeast, all of those landfalls just east of the Key Peninsula, and then it's going to go extratropical very quickly and also gets disrupted by the Japanese Alps up here, and that's going to tear the storm apart as well. So the Kanto Plain just off towards the northeast in the Tokyo area may get spared from those highest winds because the center is going to track off here towards the west as it goes extratropical, but also just noting that the rain showers are not going to let up here in the Kanto Plain. You're still going to see a lot of heavy rain showers, actually some thunderstorms starting to move already towards the metropolitan area here, so you're still going to see those heavy thunderstorms and also that possibility of very strong gusty winds. But the highest winds, those typhoon strength winds, doesn't look like it's going to affect the region, but still definitely don't want to let your guard down out there. And here, just showing JTWC's track, they do also expect it to maintain that typhoon intensity now just prior to landfall, and then as it starts to interact with the landmass, rapidly decreasing in intensity, and as it passes the Kanto Plain, should be down to almost tropical storm strength actually by that time due to that landmass decrease, but also that strong vertical wind shear due to the stationary boundary drifting up here towards the north. So we're going to continue to watch this ever-changing and ever-growing storm. It has been one of the very hardest storms to predict since I've been tracking storms out here in the Western Pacific due to its erratic motion, its changes in intensity, and overall just going against everything the forecast has put out on this. So we're a little bit surprised it has gained typhoon intensity, but not so surprised since everything the storm has been doing. But we're going to continue to watch this. Please be careful out here, especially if you are around the Shikoku and Key Peninsula and Osaka and Kyoto region here as the storm tracks up towards your direction. But I'll have another update this evening. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and stay safe.